Let's talk about history books. I love learning about history, and you might enjoy that as well. It's always so fun to bring in some additional books to supplement your curriculum to make learning so fun and so interesting. So today I'm going to share with you some wonderful books from Usborne Books More that will go along perfectly with your history. This title, called Now and Then, explores lots of different time periods in a very approachable way, which means your child is going to have the best time learning about how things are different now than they were then. There are things about communication, taking pictures, painting, clothes, what people lived in, like homes and things throughout the ages, watching movies throughout history, finding food, what that looked like, attending school, and so much more. Our Children's Encyclopedia has a huge bang for your buck in that it is both science and history. There's a large history section that is perfect for reading to supplement with what you are studying about in history. It also is internet linked, so there are QR codes you can simply scan and then go online to find some amazing resources and videos to supplement what you are studying about. You might get to listen to a World War II letter written by a soldier, or take a walking tour of New York City's Central Park. This little book right here is kind of a hidden gem. It's called A Short History of the World. We loved reading this last year as part of our homeschool, and we plan on doing that again this year too. We just read a little bit as we read our history each day. We go along and find that place in history in this book as well, and read about that just for a little bit of a different perspective and some other great information. I love that this is truly world history. It's not just Western Civ. You're going to learn about Asia and Africa as well, and it goes all the way up into about the space race time period. 100 Things to Know About History is chock full of bite-sized bits of information, which means this is a great book for keeping in the car so that you're learning even when you're on the go. We love taking books like this to the doctor's office or somewhere where we're going to be waiting for a little bit, and your kid can just pick it up wherever they want to read, and they're going to learn something really cool about history. My kids have learned so many fun facts just by reading this series. If your children love looking at real photographs, they're going to love this book. It's called History of the World in 100 Pictures. Starts with ancient times, and it includes photographs of historic artifacts from archaeological digs, famous paintings, historic figures, and so much more. It's presented in a timeline format with lots of bites of information, again, so that your child will have the best time learning about these historic events. And in the same series, we have History of Science in 100 Pictures. I had to throw this one in there too. This is amazing. It's going to really make you appreciate modern medical science for sure, but it starts again with ancient times and goes through and teaches a lot about scientific discoveries throughout time, and it is very fascinating to read as well. Timelines of World History is definitely a reference book you're going to want on your shelves if you have older readers. This is a wonderful book for reference. It's not one you'd probably just sit and read on the couch together, but it's awesome as you're studying different time periods. You can open it up and you can see across the top the part of the world, so Southern and Western Europe, Northern and Eastern Europe, Africa and India, the Far East, and the Americas. And then you have the time in history over here going down to here. So you're going to go through it in a timeline format, learning about what's happening in each part of the world. So it gives a really great diverse perspective on what's going on in all of world history at that particular time period. Lastly, I have to show this tremendous volume. This is our Usborne Encyclopedia of World History. It is a huge volume with so much information in it. It's hard to show you everything here, but it is an incredible resource to supplement what you are learning and studying about in history. Great for looking at some really cool perspectives on what homes and palaces looked like, what the people would have been working on, and what they ate and where they lived, and all of that throughout history. I hope you enjoyed learning about some of the wonderful supplemental history resources we have that will make great reference material for your homeschool this year.